Sanbonani, Tumelani, Absheni, hello. Namhlanje nithetha noSiyabulela Lengisi, the founder of Mr. Lofty Entertainment, and then we are bringing you Mr. Lofty Asibanjwanga on a different space, which is Cape Town, CPT Mdagatata, to make sure that we are covering one of the best fashion shows taking place here in Cape Town. Do you remember who I'm talking about? It's SAMWSS23. If you have never been to this type of show before, uyaphosa Mdagatata, because apa we are bringing you smackdown of local clothing brands, and then we are here with some of the best designers you'll ever meet here in Cape Town. So if you're new to this channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the like button every time you see one of our videos. So this is one of the intros that we are doing because of Sisangena, masisafuna babona babantu bazasiphathela noni, but ke don't. Welcome again, brothers and sisters, on SAMWSS23 Season 23. So today, as you can see, I have beautiful people around me, and I would love to know who's this one around me, because people are saying, yeah, you look good.
Oh, hi. I'm Leroy. I am backstage minister of all of Group of Creatives, and I am blessed to be to form part of this amazing family, especially a family and team that pulls together and that produces amazing, powerful designers that is yet to take world stage. I am so proud of all of our designers that has expoed here for the past week. As you could see the difference between styling in a small sense and styling for global. Global is where we are setting ourselves apart as a powerhouse and not as followers but leaders. So in that regard, Imprint impacted us amazingly once again this evening, and we had Ruwan that closed the show and closed down this entire house. I mean, how awesome. Did you enjoy the show this evening?
Yo, if I had to say yo, it means that I've been baptized by fire. Because of everything I saw today. I was like, should I faint or should I go call the person who just organized the show? And I'm so excited to know that you are the person behind the show.
Well, one of the people behind the show, because it does take a village, and teamwork is what we strive for, because without our teamwork that works together, we cannot pull off anything.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
Yeah. So tell me today, what really stood out for you? Like, that was your highest highlight, because as an organizer, you should be proud of yourself. What's that moment that made you proud of yourself?
The moment was when our models stood in their fullness and they walked like they were walking in Milan, London, Paris. I mean, they owned it. Some of our models has been here since Wednesday. Some of our models has been here since Wednesday at 7:30 for call time and rehearsal and fittings. And from Wednesday up until the very last minute that they left that stage, they had fire, and they left their soul at every collection that they modeled. They left it on that stage, and for me, that is the highlight of this entire showcase. So
I just love what you just said, that the models stood out for you. So for models who would love to be on the show, what should they do, or should they speak to you, or what do you suggest?
So I'm not the model mom. We have a Nick that is our model mom that does all of our sourcing.
Okay.
But for me, it is show up as you. Always be you in your original form. Whether you're tall, whether you're short, whether you are a bit more curvier than the next person, own it, love it, and wear you.
Yeah, pleasure. So before I let you go, I would love to know, where can we take you or find you so that we can share this beautiful experience with you?
So you can find myself at Leroy Koopman, and for the group is at Group of Creatives. And SA Menswear 2023.
Okay, cool. So, lastly.
Oh, there's a lot of questions.
This is the last one. This is the last one. Have you ever been into a bad dating game? Like, have you ever been to a date where you feel like, I need to leave now?
So definitely, but only because I mixed my antibiotics with alcohol, and it was a bad reaction. I remember at one point my date saying, well, you insult me, then you compliment me. And I remember thinking, did I though? So yeah, I would not advise mixing medication with alcohol, guys. Definitely not.
On behalf of Leroy,
Thank you so much for joining us, guys. It has been an amazing week. Please join us next year as we roll out with a new fashion season.
Have no words to say. As you've heard the man himself, we are out. Thank you for your time. Pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
See you on the next one. Hello everyone. We just went inside and watched the fashion show of SAMWSS23, and let me tell you, it was Red Bat who showed me flames. But then I have a beautiful guest around me who's wearing something I've never seen before. But before I speak much about him, let me give him a chance to tell us, sir, can you please tell us who you are?
I'm Quan Piers. So I work as a content marketing specialist for Markham and Relay Jeans.
Nice. I didn't know that you are into content creation. Because of your style, I thought you were a designer in a way.
No design. I just wear weird things. That's all.
Nice. So I have one question for you. Which designs or which designers stood out for you inside? Because for me, everyone was doing flames, but then you have your own opinions for sure.
Yeah, so I used to work for Sporting and by extension Red Bat. So the Posse collection was started 2 years ago, if speaking out of direction there. And I think what it has developed into in terms of seeing them collaborate with young designers has been great, and also kind of upcycling product that they do have into new collections was also amazing to see, and speaking back to their sustainability. And then right after that we saw the Red Bat collection, which was coming from the brand. I know that most of that was from the classics section of the brand for Red Bat, and I think even that's very much elevated from the last time I was there. So I think there's a great move on in terms of one, branding, and then also just from product as well.
Nice. I can tell that you are in that space because you've just spoke about things that you have analyzed, especially about branding and how their style looks nowadays. So let me ask you, don't you feel like a sellout now that you are working for a competitor? I had to ask that question because we are told in school you can't work for the competitor. So don't you feel like that?
No. I don't necessarily think we are competitors in the same space, because competitors in terms of the fact that we're both retailers, but they play in a very different space to which Markham and Relay play in. Markham plays more in the kind of men's fashion space, and then Relay in more the kind of denimist in terms of purity space. So I think for me specifically, I know that moving from one brand to the other very much was a different shift. Just in terms of thinking, but that's also because the brands are so different, and that's where that shift came from. So definitely not a sellout.
Yeah, pleasure. I just love what he just said, that he doesn't see himself as a sellout, and he's definitely giving us profound information. Thank you for your time, sir. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next one. Yebo, Machimbos. As you can see, we are still here at the SAMWSS Season 23. Now we are with an African brother who's doing the most. As you can see from behind that, I am with a lot of handbags, and I just love the colors. I wouldn't pass this type of store and think too much about it, and not think too much about it. So I am here with an old brother of mine who's going to tell us who he is. And sir, would you please tell us who you are?
Yeah, my name is Abbas Maazu from ANTG Ikasi brand. So we design handbags, and as you can see, every bag is individual. Each and our bag is one of a kind, so each bag has its own story. Yeah.
Okay, nice. So can I please ask you about this bag that I'm looking at? I just love the red color because I just love red things, because they say red for danger, but I say red for love. So I would love to know what's your story behind this one.
Certainly red for love, and as you can see, this is one of the finest African print. It's a hand woven and a hand painting, and as you can see the details, here's a table mountain, here's a lion's head, and here's a devil's peak. So in fact, you are not only a bag producers that comes from Guguletu, we are selling entire Cape Town to the world.
Nice. You are from Kukuletu?
Guguletu, bro.
Right, I thought you are from maybe Woodstock or here in the CPT, because of such designs are not really seen in the township. We always think beautiful things only reside in the Cape.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, and I want people to know, when you talk about a township, it's not all about crime.
Yeah.
There are real stuff that is coming from township. You just have to go do and dig deeper. You will see township is not about the crime anymore. If it was, that was before. Township now, there's a lot is happening in township. This beautiful stuff is coming from township. And the township called Guguletu, and I'm always proud to tell people we are from Guguletu. People used to say, oh, Guguletu. You say, yes, Guguletu. There are human beings there, and all this beautiful stuff is from township.
Yeah. I'm so proud to call you my big brother now, because of you come from neighboring communities. I also live in Nyanga, and I just love everything that you are doing here. So if one wants to come and buy your stuff, where do they go, or how do they get hold of you?
Yeah, they can get hold of us via Instagram or Facebook. So the Facebook page is ANTG Ikasi Bags, and the Instagram as well is ANTG Ikasi Bags. That's how you can get hold of us. And you can also have your own bags customized just for you yourself. And every bag, as you can see, is different. We don't repeat the details. Everyone is different. It's one of a kind stuff.
Yeah, you are such an inspiration for sure, because in our township, we don't really get people who are doing great stuff like you. So we do have a digital magazine. We would love to feature you, but we'll talk more about that at a later stage.
You're most welcome. And yeah, I'm ready for that, yeah.
Okay, so before we close off, I would love to know one question from you, right? When you see an ugly girl, yeah? Like an ugly girl loving you, like she's showing you every sign that she loves you, what do you say to her when she comes and say, hey, brother, I've been seeing you and this is how I feel? So what's your response to people like that?
You know, they say whoever loves you, you have to give the person loves back. Yeah, that is how it's supposed to be. And everybody deserves a love, whether ugly or beautiful. And I can tell you, most of the ugly people, they have the most cleanest hearts and they're loving people. Yes, so it's not just the beauty. That's what's called love. The love is inside. It doesn't matter how you look.
Yeah, he spoke like a very matured brother. And I definitely agree with his statement that love doesn't require looks, and then everyone can have love. As you can see at my back, we have red for love. So let's just close this off and say thank you to our big brother for giving us his time. Thanks a lot, sir.
You're most welcome.
Pleasure. So today, as you can see behind my back, we are with another designer. I don't want to call out his name, but then we're going to give him a chance to tell us who he is and what he does. So from there, we're going to share with you everything that he's sharing with us. So bhuti wami ngicela ukubuza kunjani?
Ngiyaphila njani bhuti?
Siyaphila nathi akho zimbi bhuti wami. Ngicela ukubuza ubhuti yena ngubani igama?
Igama nguphila ngwakwaZulu kwaDukuza. So aDukuza eKZN.
Bhuti uqhamuka kude bhuti wami. Hey ngiyabathanda abantu base-KZN. But thank you for ngoku we are not with abantu base-KZN to ask about i-KZN bafethu. Sifuna ubuza ngempahla kabhuti. Uqhamuka kude kangaka and then aphinda anxibise thina no bhuti we need to know man about your designs bhuti man kancinci. And nawe ndiyakubona you are rocking your own brand. Now I'm rocking my own brand on this side. So tell me more about your brand, brah.
Okay, the brand is the name of the brand is Phila Zulu Fashions. So it started in 2020, whereby we do the cuttings, and then we took those cuttings and gave it to the ladies in the township, and they assemble those cuttings, and then it's a suit. Because the reason why we are taking to the township, we want to strengthen the township economy and the rural economy, because there's a lot of gender-based violence cases that are happening there, and the reason why we think that people are not working. So as they are not working, staying at home, doing nothing, they ended up frustrated and then starting to beat women and children out of anger and frustration because they cannot supply for their families. So with this project, we have been able to assist vulnerable children and orphans to get education. As we stand now, we have 63 students that are in universities and colleges by doing farming and agriculture, and some of them they are doing engineering, civil engineering and mechanical engineering. They are now working as mechanical in the township. They do mechanic, any car, they do service for your car, starting at 1,500 a service. So by so doing, they're creating job for themselves and for other young people who might be no job. So we came here in this event by our Honorable MEC of Economic Development in KZN, Honorable Siboniso Duma, who is the one who pay for us everything, flight and accommodation to be on this show, so that we can get exposure and to meet other people who are more experienced, so that we can share knowledge. Then by sharing knowledge and get more clients that can buy our suit, because the more they buy our product, the more we create job opportunities, and the more we've been able to assist our communities. Because every year in December, we buy food parcels, clothes to give to the less fortunate families in the township in Kwadukuza. So this project of suit, Safari Suit, it's more of a community upliftment program. We have get an inspiration to do this suit by our former presidents of Africa, like President Julius Nyerere, President Thomas Sankara, President Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, President Jacob Zuma. They were all wearing this suit. So now we want to bring back, but in the modernized way, so that we can continue to help our communities, to uplift our communities, because we believe that if our communities are uplifted, we could have a very stable country and less of crime and all of these protests. Because if people are working, they won't have time to go to road to do protest and all of those sorts of bad things.
Yeah, I'm so inspired to hear that even your MEC has even paid for your trip and accommodation and all of that, which means that he has so much belief in his people, and he makes sure that they go from home to another place and still be well taken care of. I'm so inspired by that. So before Pitwam I would love to know, how does success look like for your brand? Like, how would you describe your brand as successful? Like, if today you say maybe 5 years from now, my successful brand is like successful, né? How is that picture looking like? So could you please just give me an idea of a successful brand, like which is yours?
Okay, I think, I would like this brand to be wear by everyone in the world, actually, who want to make change, because one suit is equivalent, it's able us to send one child to university to obtain education. So everyone who buy this suit must have an understanding that he is not an abuser. He's a man of love. He's a man of change. He's a man of character. So we would like everyone who want to see Africa prosper, who want to see peace in our country, in our continent, to buy this suit, because we believe that if we can have more children that are educated, we can close the gap between the rich and the poor. So one day we would like to see this brand in the whole of Africa, in whole of the world, spreading love, because it's all about love. It's all about taking care of one another. It's all about helping each other. So that will be the success of our brand.
Nice, nice. I love the idea and the fact that you want your brand to stand for something. So, Bafethu, if you are watching this interview and you are not touched by this Big Brother story, I don't know what you are looking for. But then, for sure, Bafethu, niyayibona ushaya ngedesigns ezinsomu kanjani. Let's please support Machita, man. Let's stand for something nathi. Let's go back to amaxesha mzukwana, bafethu, ke sinathi sifane no Mr. Jacob Zuma, bafethu, yabo ke sibuyiseni manje ubuAfrika nathi, you understand, bafethu. So bhuti wami ngicela ubuze, xa sifuna uthenga impahla yakho, where do we go to?
Okay, you can go to our Instagram page. You just write Pillar_Zulu. Then you can DM us, or you can straight phone me or WhatsApp me on my number directly on 082 51 51 701. It's 082 51 51 701. And you can also go to our Facebook page, where you can see all the work that we do for the community. You just go to Izwi Lothando Zulu. It's 3 words: Izwi Lothando Zulu. You can go even to our Instagram page. You just write Izwi_Lothando, so that you can see every work that we do for the community, that we do to uplift our country, to uplift our continent, to make free Africa trade to become in reality, because we have to trade between ourselves as African countries, also to trade even overseas with all countries that believe in love, that want to see Africa prosper, that want to see the child in Africa to prosper and with no guns, no violence.
Hey, Putwam, I'm out of words, Bafetu, because of, you know how much I love African brands, Machita. And now that we are here at SAMWSS23, this interview I've just had with the Put is the one of those that are going to be stuck in my head because of it makes sense, Bafetu, to buy local, and then we need this. Yabo? Bafetu, if you have that money, stop by and buy, Bafetu. Nansi brand, Machita. You have to put sugar ngapa ya Depen. Bafetu, let's follow him. Walk. You understand? Otherwise, it's out from Goleti Kala, Siabulela Puti with everything he has done for the community here too. We hope that you can do more from today and the following years coming. Thanks a lot, Bafetu. Thanks a lot to you, Putwama.
Thank you so much, my brother. May God bless you.
Pleasure. Simkile Bachita. Peace. Putwama.
Yes.